adventure begins. They were always beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you. And they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair, they got falchions and cunning. They don't see over there, there's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting, rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands, take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call, digging deep in your soul?
Alright, everybody, welcome to our very first edition of Yuki's Overtime. This is a show where we talk about gaming news and all the things happening in gaming this week. We have some guests this time around. For the first one, introduce yourself, please, or yourselves. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Jake. Don't worry, we don't bite. Okay, so here is how this show works. Now, this is our trial run, so please bear in mind that everything can go to where after this. Anyway, how this works, I will start with two articles talking about gaming news for the week. Then after that, you guys can start requesting things for me to talk about. Keep in mind of the rules I mentioned this past week to make sure you don't break the rules. Obviously, we might have some rule breakers, but you never know. Uh, Sean says, "My name is Sean. I haven't been keeping over the gaming news lately. I'm this bored right now. Welcome, welcome back, Sean." All right, so first story up on the board is this story from PC Gamer, and a couple spends about $1 million building a family home, optimized for LAN parties, and the result is definitely living the dream. So, a little heads up about the story. For those of you who do not know, LAN means local access network, which means that you know how back in the old days of gaming, you had those wires to connect to gaming. I know Kyle knows like we have Xbox and stuff right now, right? Oh yeah. I'm just making sure our voices are presented up. Sean, the answer is no. What? No, Sean is asking a question about duct tape to the ceiling. I'm just making sure our voices are working correctly, guys. Because yours is not picking up on the. Oh, I know why it's not picking up on the thingamajiggy. So hold up one moment. Give me one quick moment. Sorry about that. Remember, first show. It's something that happened when and went viral back in 2005. Oh, really? Yeah, because back in the day, in order to get to play online, you had to have a lot of wires. Oh yeah. Yeah, gaming events is probably brand new. I think that was back in 2001. Yeah, back in 2001, that was a big thing. I want to try something right now. Hold on, one moment. When come, yeah, first show. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. Give me one moment, everybody. I just heard something. Give me one moment, guys. Hold up. Yeah, I'm here. All
All
right.
right.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. I want to try one thing when it comes to audio from Discord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because this is my first time doing something like this, so that's why I'm like, all right, let's see what we got. All right, try talking to see if you guys can hear it.
Testing, testing. One, two, three. Can you hear me? Any of that work?
Hold on.
Hmm.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Good deal. Good deal.
That works, but now I'm doubled.
Okay.
For all right. All right, everybody. Here we go. So today's first article, ladies and gentlemen, is from PC Gamer and Best Buy, of course. So let's take a look at the article. This was from November 22nd, 2024, which is, oh no, November 20th. So here's the article. Some people dream of a life working the land, while others fantasize about running away to a commune. For others, the big thing occupying their thought bubble is a land party house. Few achieve this nostalgic dream, making do with the distance of modern online play. But then few are a software engineer, Kenton Varda, and his wife, the entrepreneur Jade Wang, who together built a house that embodies the dream via TechSpot. They live in Austin, Texas.
Sounds like they're living the dream, and to think they're living in Austin, Texas, close by to where I live in Arkansas.
Oh
Whew,
yeah,
that's close by.
oh yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
After first moving their family to Austin, Texas in 2019, in part to be closer to their respective teams at Cloudflare, the pair embarked on additional construction from 2021 to 2023. In some ways, the house is very much a family project. Besides both
Hmm.
Kenton and Jade's contribution, the project's lead architect was Richard Varda, Kenton's father. So it's in the family, guys.
Man, they're living the dream.
Oh, yeah. The result is a family home optimized for LAN parties, complete with a total of 22 high end gaming rigs, miles of managed cable, and even a hidden Dance Revolution dance floor.
Oh my gosh.
If they have
It's
that stuff, they're probably rich.
maybe, but I think something like that would be a perfect place to party. Not
Yeah.
just party, but gaming party.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like the not only that, but I bet Mario Party and those in that house is probably awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So what are they playing in this private land castle? According to the project's official website, primarily cooperative games to ensure for a fun meet for all players, as not every regular attendee is a hardcore gamer. Yes, I'm looking at you people who play Call of Duty. Left 4
We know.
Dead 2, Team Fortress 2, Man vs. Machine mode, and even Overwatch, back when it was good, used to be the go-tos, but apparently the reigning favorite for the last 5 years has been none other than Deep Rock Galactic. Rock and Stone, baby. I've heard of Overwatch.
Yes. And during the time it ever came out, I have not yet experienced what Overwatch was like.
Okay.
I'm sorry to those guys or gals or anyone who played Overwatch. I just never got around to doing it for all these years. I was busy doing mostly just live stuff, gaming through my own perspectives on own games like racing, RPG, stuff like that. I just never was into the shooter that much. I mean, I am when it comes to open world, but when it comes to quick quick timing battles, well,
Kind of like Fallout.
no, Fallout's not quick time, it's more open world RPG.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. I just never got really into it.
Yeah, Overwatch is one of those hard games you gotta really understand all the heroes. It's definitely not an easy game.
I know. It's like Team Fortress 2 where you have to understand what each character does. They have their own special abilities, their own way of battling, and each one of them has their own way to defeat their opponents. And together those guys have to work as a team to defeat the other team,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's just back and forth all out battle.
Alright, let's talk tech. All 22 of the gaming PCs boot from the exact same network drive, allowing each to be maintained using the same disk image. This means not only the keeping all of the machines up to date as a doodle, but new games only need to be installed once to the disk image for the entire fleet to be able to play. Each machine gets their own copy on write overlay, so LAN party guests can make adjustments to their individual setup without being shared across the group. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll say.
Here's a picture of it. Look at that. Those are the cables.
Let me zoom into that picture.
Cool.
That is pretty good. Oh my
All
gosh.
the
It's
cables.
I like how they just put it all together with tape. I really think they should do that with my setup. It keeps it from tangling, and as OG gamers, we all know the chaos of tangled cords and always have to sit down and just try to untangle them, and that takes like a few minutes or
Hours.
hours or an hour to get them untangled.
Oh yeah. This
Pretty much
takes a
sure
while to set up for sure.
I'm pretty much sure get tangled cords are probably one of the reasons why we go wireless now.
True. Alright,
I
let's
mean,
continue here.
we still need them because in case a battery runs out, we have to plug it into the console to keep it going. But still, so many
Oh
that
yeah.
get tangled. A headache.
And chaos.
As far as what is under the hood of the machines themselves, each one features a Gigabyte WindForce RTX 4070 and two sticks of 16 gigabyte Corsair Vengeance DDR5. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's already a lot of money. 5600 RAM with a fairly respectable Intel Core i5 13600 KF CPU too. It's not just the bleeding edge Fortilla, though that's purposely so in order to stay just under the inflection point where high-end price gouging sets in. My goodness, that's already $75,000.
Oh, sorry, I had like a little lag spike there for a moment.
It's all right.
Audience, if you're wondering why I was so silent there for a few moments, because for some reason tonight the Wi-Fi just hates me.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, it does tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Like last night, it was slow for me, and now it's fast for. Like last night, it was slow for me, and Kyle's was fast, and today it's fast for me, and Kyle's is slow.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. We all know, and we all just sometimes
Hate
hate
it.
it when it goes south.
That's right. As you already may suspect, the entire project cost an astronomical amount of money. As though housing isn't already a life-altering expense, the details of which Vernda and Wang have not disclosed, beyond saying the Austin property costs a seven-digit amount. That's already over a million.
Oh,
The
jeez.
hardware for all those gaming PCs, including cables, keyboards, monitors, and so on, is another 75,000 on top. That's a lot of money.
75,000. Oh, jeez.
That's a lot.
And remember, you have to think
Seven.
about that each PC
Yeah,
and
that
custom
is.
cabinetry houses that hardware throughout, some of which features a Swiss fold-away design, and this cost similar amount to the computers powering them. Though no total cost figure has been disclosed, it's safe to say it's likely in the region of $1 million.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I ever dreamed of having $1 million in my probably my entire life. Maybe one day I might get lucky someday, but it's a
It'll
long
probably be like way later on.
it'd be a long shot. But for those people who have gotten so much money in so much little time due to their dreams and skill, mm, I mean that I'm just speechless. I just
Me too.
Yeah,
speechless in a good way.
Yeah.
a
I
million
just
dollars
have
is the dream for sure.
it is the dream. Yeah, I just
Why? Because
they got it good. They just really got it good.
why? Because they can probably buy their
Oh
dream
yeah,
car.
They
the
can
article
probably buy a
continues
dream
saying, but
house.
they have clearly thought of everything, and not just from a land optimized standpoint either, as it is also a functional family home, replete with multiple cat restrooms. Yes, really.
I guess they really love their cats.
Oh yeah, but there's more. This isn't Kenton's only stab in the lawn party house idea. With a property in Palo Alto, California, California represent, serving as, as
Mm.
sort of a first draft back in 2011. This earlier house was also a collaboration with Richard Varda, the accomplished designer behind the new house, but also the Kingdom Center in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia as well. Musical Instrument
Hmm.
Museum in Phoenix, Arizona. Though still impressive, at 1400 square feet, it wasn't the right house for the family to also call home, and Kenton has since sold this earlier build. He sold this house.
He sold his house.
He sold this one. But wow,
Man, what a story.
that's it. That's pretty cool. And this was only up 14, 19 hours ago.
19 hours ago. Oh man, I didn't know how recent this would be.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna take a quick time out here. We're gonna we're going to hold on one moment. We can take a quick timeout. All right. We can take a quick
Hmm.
break, little water break.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Take
We are back, everybody.
To the Francis channel.
All
Okay,
right,
that's
ladies and
it.
gentlemen, our next article takes place from Game Rant, and it's about the 2024 Game of the Year nominees for the Game Awards here in Los Angeles, California, in December. The Game Awards take place December 12th, 2024, in Los Angeles, California, and they have released the Game Awards 2024 nominees. I hope you
hmm
guys are ready for this because there's a little bit of a debate going on here.
What's the debate going on?
We'll find
Because I
out in a
really
moment, actually.
well. Can you share with the audience? Since some of them probably don't know. Even I don't know what the debate is
I
about.
don't know
Oh, you're
either.
gonna find out because it's been talked about for the last few days. So hold on one moment, everybody.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's the article. Jeff Keighley has revealed all of the now games nominated for the award at the 2024 Game Awards. It has been one of the industry leading biggest events of the year, with the 2024 to take place on December 12th, 2024. The event will honor the best games released in 2024 while making huge premiere announcements. I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy IX Remake.
Yes, let's get a remake of Final Fantasy IX.
That's right. Many tune in to the Game Awards for the world premieres, but others watch to see which games win the awards. The coveted Game of the Year award is always mostly debated. That should be no different for 2024. Six games have been nominated for Game of the Year, and it will be very interesting to see which one takes it home. We're about to find out those nominees. I hope you guys are ready for that because there's a hot debate going on.
Okay, by the sounds of it, something like this, if the debate's that big, you're gonna expect a lot of eyes being on this.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Game Awards 2024 Game of the Year on the nominees are the following: Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Dead 3, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and Metaphor Refanatazo. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But here's
That's
the
kind of
catch.
weird.
Shadow of the Entry's inclusion has proven to be highly controversial since it's an expansion and not a brand new game. And one has to imagine there will be even a bigger controversy if it actually wins the award. That's the debate going on. So, that's actually the debate going on, guys. So, an DLC is being nominated.
The DLC?
Yes, Elden Ring, the new one, is actually a DLC. So, for those of you
Hmm.
who are not aware, Elden Ring is a game that came out a few years ago, but Elden Ring Shadow of the Entry is actually an expansion to the original game. All of these other games that we just mentioned are actually new games, like it's
Okay.
standalone.
And so they're just planning another expansion for these newer games.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just sounding clueless because
So
I'm
here
not.
are the official nominees for the rest of the categories. They include Best Game Direction, Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Eldraine, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and wow, it's the same games as nominated for Game of the Year.
Hmm.
Okay, next, Best Ongoing Game. These are games are still going on to this day, way after it was released. The following games have been nominated: Destiny 2. Yeah, that makes sense. They just released another expansion. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it makes sense. Destiny 2, not only it was like free for like a while, but it's got so much attention after the first one that the people just flock to the second one, especially if it's free now. I'm not really surprised that it's still going on to this day due to its
Oh yeah.
popularity.
Sean from my YouTube says yes, please. Final Fantasy IX remake all the way. I'm waiting for that to happen actually. Kyle and I and Jake, we were discussing the video. Somebody made a video on it about what it was like if it was going to be made in Unreal Engine 5.
And if you know what video we're talking about, you probably need to go give that creator a like and make sure you show support to that awesome animation.
That's right. Okay, the next game is Diablo 4, followed by Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. I know Fortnite just recently expanded to
Fortnite,
OG to Remix
and
Chapter 2, I think.
yes, Fortnite definitely did expanded, and I heard recently that it even are partnering with Disney to put their own characters in there, like Marvel, and even some characters from The Incredibles. Not only that, some Disney villains as well. We all know the main villain of this season is Doctor Doom.
That's right. I was actually trying to come back to Fortnite, but I said no. And the only reason why is because that download size is 100 something gigabytes. That's already one full game.
Yeah, sometimes when it comes to Fortnite, you just come and go, come back to it, then go for a while, and it just changes over time.
All right, now let's talk about best performance in a video game. The following the following individuals have been nominated for best performance: Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hannah Tale for Life is Strange Double Exposure, Humberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Roberts for Silent Hill 2. I want to play that game all of a sudden. And Melina
Yes,
Jurgens for Shina's Saga Hellblade 2. So congratulations on your nominees, guys and
you know,
girls.
I'm not really surprised to see Silent Hill 2 being on here due to its just launch not a few days ago or weeks ago. I saw from the trailers alone that that game would probably have a good performance. And to those longtime fans of Silent Hill, I bet they're just wanting to play this after so long of getting a remake. Silent when it comes to remakes, they hardly get it often and so on because you see Resident Evil dominating the horror genre and Silent Hill was coming in second. But seeing this game come out on top and having its own thing, you're gonna see it's gonna be standing alone and having its own pride in it. And it's a game definitely anyone should try and pick up and play if they don't know anything about Silent Hill. They're gonna learn right away. It's gonna be one nightmare to explore like the rest of the Silent Hill games,
Oh
and
yeah.
a nightmare in a good way. Just hope you don't go to bed at night having nightmares.
Okay, we have a comment from Sean from my YouTube channel says, They better not do the same thing that they did with Final Fantasy VII and release them in several installments. Guys were not aware on it. Final Fantasy VII actually had installments. You guys still hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. So I was about to explain. Final Fantasy VII had several installments. For example, Final Fantasy VII Part 1, Part 2, Part 3.
Hmm.
That's what Sean is referring to when talking about Final Fantasy 9. See, he doesn't want to say that. However, I've heard a rumor right now on Reddit. There is a possibility that Final Fantasy 9 is going installment.
A new installment, which is the
Like
remake
for
you just mentioned.
example, like in the remake, let's say for example, um, disc one, because there's four discs in Final Fantasy 9. Disc one is
Hmm.
part one. So
Okay.
whenever we meet Freya, it's gonna be part one. Second
Hmm.
part is gonna be this two, and then this three and four.
Hmm.
What he's saying, what Sean is saying, he does not want to see us buying part one, buying part two, buying part three, buying part four.
Even like all those other games where you have to pay to get another episode of that
Exactly.
continuation. Kind of like what Telltale Games did with their games, and also one Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Revelation 2 did.
Yeah. And now
Yeah,
we
so
head
I
to our next category, and that is best mobile game. And I am actually going to think a mobile game for this year, 2025. And they are
hmm
AFK Journey, Barloto, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Withering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero. I've only heard of one of these games, two of these games actually.
I'm guessing one of them was Pokemon Pocket.
That is correct.
Yeah, Pokemon Pocket, ever since its launched, it got a very much popularity, and not a few days later, it started getting advertisements on YouTube, and it's been popping up everywhere. Not to mention, it can be addictive just to log in every day, getting a new card, and not knowing which one you'll get. It can be a very, very good game on Game Freak's and Nintendo's part, and I think they're trying to like do something like what Yu-Gi-Oh did to get get into the card game genre.
And interestingly enough, I'm making a video game and RPG maker for card game.
Okay.
Oh, also Barloto is another card game. It's a roguelike. Let's take a look at the final two no, no, there's more. Next category is best art direction. Or Astrobot, Black Myth Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow the N3, Metaphor Brief Fantazo, and Neva. NEVA. I have to agree with one of these. Black Myth Wukong looks amazing art wise. I'm not gonna cap. I've seen art of that game. It looks pretty neat. Let's actually take a look. Let's see if you guys agree with me.
Okay.
So this is what we have for art direction. What do you guys think of that?
Art direction looks very good. It's like something out of a movie.
Oh
Every
yeah, for
year,
sure.
often, these games are getting more and more realistic. They're probably to the point that they're just going to master it and make it look real, that they're probably not going to tell the difference.
And then there's a game called Neva. I never heard of that game. Oh, look at this. This actually looks cool. I'm not gonna cap. That looks cool. Look at that. What do you think? What do you think of that, guys?
Very interesting art design.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I'm not sure who's gonna win, but definitely deserves a spot.
It definitely does deserve a spot because you can see all the outline of colors and it has a certain feel to it. It's like one of those. It kind of reminds me of one of those indie games where it has a certain color to it because there are games out there who has something like this and it kind of reminds me of it. And those indie games out there, they can be
Yeah.
so amazing.
Water break first. Hold up.
Okay,
Okay. Next part. Best score and music. Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor Re Fandanzo, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. Okay, I have a little bit of a guess. If I was going to guess based on nostalgia and what I've heard a lot of people say, Final Fantasy VII is going to win. However, if we're thinking about this by a realistic standpoint, I'm giving it to Silent Hill 2.
I really need to get Silent Hill 2 to just experience how well it is because as a Resident Evil fan, I never had the chance to play the classic games. I only just picked one up recently from a yard sale and just played it on my PlayStation 2, and it was like Resident Evil 2, the PS1 version, and we all know the PS2 version has a backward compatibility playing those games. But I never came across a Silent Hill game. I seen only just gameplay of YouTube on it, and oh man, I don't think I can handle it playing it myself. But seeing this game makes me want to buy it and just play it because I really want to try to get into this. It seems really good to try out. I really do recommend trying this game out.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
All right, our next category is best audio design. Astrobot 6. Astrobot 6. Astrobot 1. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. And Senega's Saga Hellblade 2. Oh, and Silent Hill 2. Okay, for this one, I am going to take a wild shot in the dark. I think Silent Hill is going to win.
Yep, I mean I'm seeing a lot of it, and Astrobot is pretty much coming up behind too. So it's gonna be a real close win for the two.
Okay, a lot of people are starting to go negative on Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and I'm not surprised. I think Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is going to win an award, but I am definitely not picking that one for audio design based on what I heard.
I mean, I don't know one thing about the new Call of Duty games. I just haven't got played it yet. I haven't played them yet due to their expensive prices for my taste.
Why are
Who's
they
ready for
expensive?
movies? Because we have a best
Ooh.
adaptation category for this time, and the
Let's
following
do it.
have been nominated: Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, and Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft.
Okay, me and Retro, we both know what Fallout and Knuckles is. Personally,
Yep.
we all know that. Personally, we both love the Knuckles show, even though it was a bit of different take. And sure, Wade had a lot of screen time, but
It was good in its own
it
way.
was good in its own way. And as for Fallout, I'm a diehard Fallout fan. I mean, I first game I played with was Fallout 3. I fell in love with it. It was a good experience. And seeing an adaptation of the TV series, it was amazing. They got everything right. Getting Todd Howard, the same guy who directed 3, 4. I don't know if he directed New Vegas though. I don't think he did. I think it was
He probably did Fall Fantasy 16.
another studio who did that. The one who worked on original games. But seeing this adaptation of it, it was spot on amazing, especially when they follow up with a lore. And it's one of the best things that
Yeah, that's
you
pretty
just gotta remember.
interesting. Yeah. I'm going to say if I was gonna pick a winner right now, Fallout.
Yes.
Yes,
but
Fallout.
it's not
I mean,
like it's 100% because Knuckles is on there. That's the thing.
yeah, and
Okay,
They're both good.
here's what
Knuckles,
I'll say. Here's what I'll
okay,
say.
Knuckles,
If
like a
I'm
okay.
going to vote based on, oh, this is my favorite thing just because it's something I played with, Knuckles would win that category. But if we're talking about realistically, Fallout.
Yes, realistically, Fallout we could take the bait.
My heart
Knuckles,
says Knuckles, but
and
my
like
mind says Fallout.
yeah, like it's not completely in its own game verse because it takes place as its own movie verse, as the fans would say. And this is not the game Knuckles. This is movie Knuckles. He has his own personality. Well, not really that much different because he's funny. He's got that kid try attitude. Strong. He's confident. And seeing him team up with Wade, well, it was like
True.
a
Um,
really good team. Thing.
we have a few
It's like
more
that kind of thing.
few more to go, so we're gonna have to keep moving. Okay.
Okay, I'm
Games
getting
for
sidetracked.
Impact: Closer the Distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senna's Saga, Hellblade 2, Tales of Kenizura is out. Oh yeah, I have never heard some of these games, unfortunately. Next, community support. Oh yeah, here we go. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, or No Man's Sky. I have a very good feeling I know who could win this.
Fortnite because it has a lot of community support. Well, here and there anyway.
I am going to agree on one part. Fortnite does have a community support.
A huge one to be
Huge
exact.
I
Because
one.
mean, it's so huge.
yeah,
However, I am going to contest that with No Man's Sky. And here's where I'm going to make my argument there. Believe it or not, No Man's Sky is a very good game now. But when it came out,
mm,
it was horrible. All of a
yeah,
sudden,
it
they turned
just
it around
yeah,
because
it's
they knew they wanted to make a good game. And when they started talking with their community, um, they started turning the game around. So that's why it also was nominated for like best combat game. I think No Man's Sky has a chance. Fortnite is going to
yeah.
win. No Man's Sky has a chance though. What do you guys think of that?
All right, I think you might be right. I mean, when it comes to gamings like this, and most of the time it does come true. So hopefully we'll see what turns out for the best and see who the winner will be.
Okay, now we got an interesting category called Best Multiplayer, and I know who will not win this one. I know who might win though. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Taken 8, or Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2. I am going to
Space Marine,
say
huh?
the winner could be this could be an interesting one. However, a lot of people have been negative about Call of Duty Black Ops 6 for the last few months. Helldivers 2 for best multiplayer. That's a tough one. Super Mario Party Jamboree. I know it's Mario Party, but it's gonna be hard to win when there's a lot of good games out there. What do you guys think?
I mean, I really don't know. Most of these games I really haven't got a chance to play, so I really don't know what's going on in there. Super Mario Party Jamboree, it's a Mario game I really haven't got my chance to get a hold on. As for the rest of these games, I just really want to see the results and see what turns out for the best.
Yeah, we're gonna
But
watch.
like I
We're gonna check it out September 12th. I mean November,
yeah,
December
I'm just
12th.
yeah, I'm just trusting you with this because you're most of the insight guy. I'm just mostly the gaming and
Yeah,
kind of guy.
best indie
Yep.
game. Oh, this is my category.
Oh
Animal
boy,
Well,
let's see.
Boruto, Lorelli and the Laser Eyes, Never DFL 50. I think the winner is going to be Bolito just because I've seen this game a lot in recent days. Next category. We're just going to continue on here,
Scroll.
okay?
Yeah, okay, let's scroll down.
Next one is going to be Best Debut at Indie Title. Animal Will, Borrowtail, Manor Lord, Pacific Drive, The Plunky Squire. I think the winner is going to be Borrowtail. Just because I've heard
I
been it's a game that I've seen a lot.
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing these games, but power to you, indie developers out there, and you guys are making a difference in the gaming world.
That's true. I'm trying to
Hmm.
make myself an indie game, trust me. It's gonna be interesting. Best AR
Yeah.
VR game. You guys ready for this one?
Oh wait, let's get into it.
Go ahead.
I said, yeah, let's get into it.
Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, or Metro Awakening. The winner for this, I would say, is Batman. Only
Yeah,
because I've seen
I
a
would
little bit of it, and that's one of the games that will be included in a Meta Quest 3S.
I would say Batman because I actually have got a chance to play it, and it actually makes you feel like you are the Cape Crusader in that game.
Yeah. Okay,
So
and
yeah,
now we get an interesting category called Content Creator of the Year. I never knew content creators themselves can be part of this, but okay. The first one, Queso. The second one, Elo John. The third one, Techno Gamers. The fourth one, Typical Gamers. And the fifth one is Usada Pecora. I know two of these,
mm,
Queso and Pecora. Pecora is a VR is a VTuber. Queso
mm-hmm.
is a YouTuber who does a lot of indie games. He is funny, but if I'm gonna pick a winner, Queso. I am a little bit biased though because I watch Queso a lot. I will
All
tell you
right.
guys.
I mean,
Hold on, I will tell you guys right now. Queso is funny if you know how to react to what he does because there's a lot of people who just make fun of him because of his weight. I am not just kidding.
I, I mean,
But
you
he
can't
goes with
fat
it.
shame some.
He goes with it with his chat too.
Oh, so he just embraces it and just takes it as comic relief.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I
By the
don't.
way, every time he gets like a donation and he doesn't like what the comment said, he's like, "Thank you for the donation. You're banned." But I don't think he actually bans them. It just make it for good fun.
Nope, that is just quick humor right there. You can't just when you donate someone, you don't expect them to ban you. Like that's just
No, of
humor.
course.
That's just humor. That is just humor alone.
I think he's just
Like you
doing
don't
it for
care.
fun. The banning part,
Yeah.
because he's never gonna ban anyone.
Nope. Nope. You could just the way it sounded. You just can tell he wasn't taking it seriously.
Yeah, he's having fun with his chat.
Yeah.
The next one, so I really think Keizu's gonna win, but Picora has an interesting case because she is a VTuber.
Hmm.
All of these are normal YouTubers except for Picora. The next category is most anticipated game. Dead Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotai, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metro Prime 4 Beyond, Monster Hunter Wild. I think I know who's gonna win this. Everybody say it with
It's
me. GTA 6.
yeah. Everyone is looking forward to GTA 6. All the eyes are just looking forward to it. And most of the people who are hearing about this game are probably rushing to get those next gen consoles just to play it. And I think it's going to be really most anticipated game, especially since we spend a little decade just playing GTA 5. I should know I was there when it started in high school.
What
When
year?
I was in high school. So I think seeing this and going back to Vice City after all these years, it's gonna be really one epic story, and I can't wait to see how it's gonna turn out when I see the launch date.
And
Oh
probably gonna
yeah.
be bigger.
But Metroid Prime 4, I mean, I haven't seen Metroid Prime had a game in quite a while either. When it comes to Metroid, they do tell some interesting tales. And they
What's
do,
Metroid?
well, in case you didn't know, Jay, Metroid is an old game. It's just pretty much as old as Legend of Zelda. They had it for a really long time. They just hadn't released a game in quite a while.
That one I never heard of it.
Well, mostly,
Yep. That's for sure. We have a
I
few
would
more
think the
categories
Chinese.
to
if you're
go.
not too familiar. Okay.
We have Best Action Adventure Game: Astrobot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. I have a feeling that it's one of those. My heart says something, my mind says something else.
Yes,
I want to know what you guys are thinking
I'll
because
go.
it's one of those categories in that area.
yeah.
Okay, my heart says Legend of Zelda. My mind is thinking Silent Hill 2.
So it's kind of like in, so it's
It's yeah.
kind
When
of,
it comes to that, I do see what you mean. It's like an in between choice.
so it's like a yes and no
Yeah,
kind of
because
thing.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of good games that can come out of this. Best role playing game: Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring: Shadow of the L3, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Refandanzo. I think the winner would be some Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, just because. I
I
mean,
really
but here's my thing.
no.
Here's the thing. Hold up. Here's the thing about this. Final 7 7 Final 7 7 Final Fantasy
Fine.
7 Rebirth would win if Elden Ring is not there. Because I have a very good feeling everybody's voting Elden Ring. That's all I'm gonna say.
All
Because
right.
Elden Ring, the original, won Game of the Year last year.
Oh, no argument from here.
But if this was not including Elden Ring, the DLC, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth most likely wins that category.
Okay. All right.
Best fighting game: Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classic, Multi vs. Tekken 8. I think the winner would be Dragon Ball.
Well, we don't know. Some of these ones are pretty good fighting games. Marvel vs. Capcom have been doing this for quite some time, ever since the arcade games. Sure, Dragon Ball is really fast paced, and you really have to put your mind and pace to it. Then there's like Tekken, which I have heard quite a lot about.
What?
So when
True.
it comes to this kind of story, it's who knows when barge. Who it's just you don't know which one's going to come out on top.
It's going to be. I have a feeling if the fans are right, the fans. I've seen a lot of people talking about Dragon Ball.
Well, I mean, if the Dragon Ball's going to win, if you say it's going to win, I think you might be
I
right.
I really think this is be a, I think this is a toss-up category.
Yeah.
Best action game. Okay, this is not a toss-up. Um, Black Myth Wukong, the Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, Warhammer 40,000. I really think this is going to come down to what has more action. I really don't see Call of Duty winning that. I'm going to say Helldivers 2 because
All right.
just because I do not want to see Call of Duty Black Ops 6 win that category. It's not that I don't like Call of Duty. I just don't see them. I see them winning a few,
Taking
but not too many. Innovation and
Yeah.
accessibility. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I was just listening. I was like, all right.
Okay. Innovation and accessibility. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age The Valley Guard, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws. Accessibility. Where is this coming to though?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I have an idea. I I have a uh I have a theory of what this category is. Okay, so innovation and accessibility. How accessible is the game in terms of can you get into it very fast? Or something like disability? Like can they adapt to those other gamers? This category is actually gonna be depending on what accessibility means.
All right.
Because if accessibility is talking about disability, as in like helping players out if they're like
Uh-huh.
visually impaired, then I would say um any game can win that. But if accessibility is talking about how easy is it to get into the game without the need of disability, I am going to say any game but Call of Duty. That's what I'm gonna say about that. And the reason for that
Yeah.
is because in order to get to Call of Duty, you need to learn how to do this, that, and there's a lot of people are saying bad stuff about it. So we'll see what accessibility means. That's
Well,
where I
well, I guess
think
we'll.
this is gonna come down to.
All right.
Family game: Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Mario Jamboree, Legend of Zelda, or the Plucky Squire. I really think this is going to be a toss up between three of these: Astrobot, Princess
Yeah.
Peach, and Mario, and Zelda. Name the
Yeah.
four.
Yeah. These are really popular ones that you would really recommend to the entire family. And when it comes to these kind of games, you just never know. It just comes down to which one is played the most.
Yeah, I really think it's a toss up category because I've
It
seen this
is.
category go anywhere.
Yeah, it is a toss-up category.
The next one is going to be Best Simulation or Best Strategy Game. Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kitsune Gujami, Path of the Goddess, Man of Lord, Unicorn Overlord, excuse me. I am not going to talk about this category. Do not know these games. Sorry. Next,
Yeah.
thank you very much. But thank you, congratulations on your nominees. But I cannot talk about you guys. Sorry. best best
Same.
sports game, racing game. I have not played. I know what these games are. I will tell you, I've not played any of them. Bryce, if you're watching, boy, bud, I know what game you want to win. The game nominees are F124, EA Sports FC 25, NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, WWE 2K24. Bryce wants 2K24 to win watch. Um, I have never played on any of these games. Sorry. Next, best esports game. I think you know one of them. A few of them here. Counter Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, Valorant. Have you played
I
CS2?
see.
Oh no no, I'm thinking about you played TF2, not CS2.
No, I'll talk about TF2. Like, I have heard a lot about Counter Strike and League of Legends. You've seen a lot of ads for those.
Oh, this is gonna be this is also another toss up. You know why?
Why?
All of these are being popular right now. But Counter Strike 2 was the OG. Counter Strike was OG.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is OG. It was like around the time TF2 was a thing.
And
Yep.
then I think Mobile Legends Bang Bang is like a new game. Valorant has been around forever. Um,
Hmm.
League of Legends is double forever at this point. You just take forever, multiply it by two. That's how long this game has been around.
Yeah.
So I call it DF, double forever. Next,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Okay. Oh my goodness. They're trying to make this for everything, huh? Okay. Best esports athlete. I'm gonna skip the. Okay. I'm skipping this, but I know who I think could win. Faker. Oh, just because I know that name. Next, esports team. I do not care for this category, but I'm gonna pick a winner anyway. Team Liquid. Okay,
Liquid
you
for
know
the win.
why I these two are weird categories?
Okay. Why?
Okay, so esports athlete is only for those who play um those like Call of Duty professionally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I only know one of these names, which is Faker. I believe he plays for Atlanta FaZe. That's the only reason I know about this stuff. Best esports team. um, the only team I know about is Team Liquid. That's it. And even then,
Yeah.
I'm not going to even remember their name, their players.
Sorry, guys.
What's up, B?
I was like, sorry if I don't know any of these guys. Like I said,
No,
I'm not
don't
really.
worry. I'm in the same boat. Just because that, just because that I follow esports, but don't expect me to follow them like a Lakers, like a Dodgers, because these
Yeah.
guys play professional video games. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not
I
gonna
still
be in
remember.
my expertise area.
I still remember back in the day when Halo was like a professional video
What's up?
game. I mean, like one of those OGs, the ones where I still remember back in the day when Halo was one of those OG strategy games or professionals.
Oh yeah, Halo is a professional esport,
Yeah.
I don't make any
but
new Halo.
nowadays it's like Rocket League, LLL, League of Legends, Call of Duty is being has a scene now. But I heard Rocket League scene has been diminishing, and the reason why I heard about that is because there's this there's this video I watched where they said some of the teams have actually pulled out of RL, Rocket League Professional.
Hmm.
It's ridiculously weird how Call of Duty I know is gonna have a strong esports scene, but to see
Yeah.
Rocket League have a diminish, diminishing esports league scene, that's sad because Rocket League is actually a good game if you know how to play it
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. It's just one of those games where you just have to really just know how to control the car when you're playing the soccer.
All right, everybody. I do not see any requests in the chat for this episode, but that's okay, just because we're just testing this format out. I just want to try out this show. We will do this again next week, but most likely not on a Friday. Maybe on a Saturday when there's more people. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this one, this first edition of the show. What do you guys think of this show?
It's awesome. Can't wait to come back for another one if the fans want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to also include like let's learn other than video games. Let's learn something else,
Yeah.
like something in history, something different every year, every week.
Yeah. Let's get something else out there.
It would just probably get boring after a while saying the same thing.
All right, everybody, that is it for tonight in terms of our streams for tonight. Hopefully, you guys have fun, especially with Pokemon this evening. Tomorrow we have Rocket League with Bryce. Sunday, thanks to everybody who voted for our first ever You Make the Call. We're gonna have Rocket League again. Next week we have the draft on Tuesday. Get ready to vote for games tomorrow on our website. And yeah, oh by the way, before we close out, well, happy birthday once again to Taveria Sater Peace. She is the reason why we have Sardina. So let's go. Other than that, you know what the deal is, right? Let's make some rolls critical. Have a good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace out.
Bye.
Peace out, YouTube.
Yeah, bye.
beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you. And they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair, they got falchions and cunning. They don't see over there, there's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting, rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands, take a chance, roll the dice.